As we near the middle of the price discovery period for corn and soybeans, we want to get an update on how things are trending and how it could impact your crop insurance plans moving forward. Brooks York with AgriSompo joins us now with an outlook. So thank you for your time, Brooks. So how are things looking so far?
You know, I tell you what, I think given the circumstances with the projected pricing period that's going right now, it's so important for a lot of farmers across the nation because this sets the base for a lot of crop insurance revenue programs. And we're getting pretty close in a lot of areas, especially in the southern portion of the United States. We have that projected pricing period ending on February 14th. So we're getting a better idea of where prices stack up right now, and we got a few more days left. We're around 465 on corn. That's just a little under where we were at last year. And soybeans actually have surprised some folks with some strength in February. We're sitting at a 1080 November futures average. So better than maybe where we thought we would be 30 days ago, a lot better than where we thought we would be 90 to 120 days ago.
Right, you mentioned that soybean strength. Obviously, we had a boost in prices last week from China buying soybeans. So do you think this will kind of make some decisions and affect what crops our farmers will plant this spring?
Yeah, you know, you're right. It's all about demand right now. And that demand really has kind of started back in December. And so the market started to show this in late November, December. The spec funds have been long soybeans for a period of time, which is certainly a good signal for farmers. And then you've got to kind of weigh in the other aspects of it. So the demand is really strong, but the market has some unknowns out there. The Brazilian production looks like it's going to be a pretty good year. And then we turn to acreage. And I think that's kind of what your question was getting towards. And we want to know how much this run up in soybeans is going to impact acres. And the market does too. So there's a lot of soul searching in the marketplace right now. Important to remember, you know, we're coming off of a low soybean acreage year in 2025 and a higher corn acreage year in 25. I think we were almost 99 million acres of corn planted last year versus 81 million acres of soybeans. So will we see that flip-flop just a little bit, or at least a reduction in corn and an increase in soybeans? I think the market knows that that's probable. And it's really maybe what's keeping a little bit of a lid on prices in the short term anyway.
Yeah, and you're definitely right with demand being strong, but also there's still being some unknowns, which unfortunately I think our farmers are kind of used to at this point. So any final advice for farmers looking to navigate today's market?
Yeah, you know, I think when we look at volatility and opportunity, it comes with those unknowns. A lot of people say, you know, the market doesn't necessarily respond in a volatile nature to something that's good news or bad news. It responds to the unknowns. And we're in one of those periods right now. And it certainly looks like there may be some opportunity on soybeans, both for old crop and new crop. It's going to bolster crop insurance levels. It's also going to give us an opportunity to hopefully take some marketing action.
Yeah, some great information and great advice as our farmers are preparing for planting season, which will be here before we know it. So Brooks, thank you for joining us this morning. Brooks York with AgriSompo.